Hey, how's it going today? Welcome to Entrepreneur. I'm Nate Dodson. We also have, going that way, Jillian Sidoti, and we talk all things business. Jillian, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing amazing. Thank you for
I'm,
asking.
yeah, well, it's we gotta, check in with one another. We've all got our businesses, our hustles, what we're doing to get ahead, not just, well, I've got 20 different things happening. I know you do too. And today we're going to focus on one of those great things, which is, hey, let's talk about real estate investing, kind of.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
we're going to be, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, and it's like I want to be clear to everybody. Like I don't know what's going to happen in the real estate market. I've been trying to predict the real estate market for the past since the last downturn, and I've been very unsuccessful. I've I've made money, don't get me wrong. I've made money in real estate, that's for sure. But the thing that I've realized, and what this presentation is about, is that there are deals in any market if you know how to look for those deals. So right now we're at the, you know, I, I think the tippity top of the market, but who knows what's going to happen now that we have
Let
a
me,
new presidency and there's a lot of excitement, but there's also a lot of uncertainty. So prices could stay the same, and you might not find any prices go down.
I
I
don't
don't have a
know.
crystal ball.
My
So
crystal ball says that it's going to keep growing. I mean, we just have a administration that is so real estate friendly.
mhm,
There's going to be
mhm,
pressure on the Fed to decrease interest rates. I love
right.
debt deals. I love being the bank. I think it's a great opportunity right now in this year. But just with a very real estate focused president, I think we've got some great run up still to happen.
I think you could get a more real estate focused president.
It'd be impossible.
I mean, I don't think you could. So with that being said, yeah, that's why I think this is so important because like if you've been sitting on the sidelines going, I don't know if I want to buy a house, I don't know if I want to move, I want prices to come down, or I don't know if I want to start investing yet because I don't know where the market's going to go. You just got to stop and think and go, wait, not I saw this quote the other day and it like gave me pause. Not Don't stop focusing on what something costs, but rather what is its value. And that I think is a great way to look at it when you're going into real estate investing instead. Like if you asked me a couple years ago if a house at $500,000 is costs too much, I probably would have said yeah, right. And now I'm sitting in a house that's worth a lot more than that, and I've sold houses that were worth a lot more than that. So you got to stop looking at what its cost is and start looking at what its value is, or what value can you create. And I think that's going to be a real big theme in today's discussion, is like what value can you create in the real estate space. So
And you know what? Just because before you jump in, and it's I'm excited to learn myself. And if
mhm,
anybody has questions, please put it in chat. I'm going to be asking questions. Probably throw it right in chat too, just so we're all sharing together.
yeah,
But where the value is, I mean, value is in the eye of the beholder and the buyer, but realistically, we're looking at residential properties that may be
yeah,
fix and flip, maybe long-term rentals, maybe Airbnbs. There's so many different ways to make money in real estate.
absolutely.
We're just talking about
Yeah.
that first step here, and Jillian's going to teach us a thing or two about how to find opportunity on Zillow.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I've done this a bunch of times. Now, Zillow's not the end all be all, right? Zillow's just a great place to start. And look, before you get on me about what a evil company Zillow has become and whatever, save it. They, with a bunch of other online, you know, agencies who didn't have as much hedge fund money behind them, made it so that you, from the comfort of your home, can find your next residence without driving around for hours and hours and hours. Um, you know, when I was a kid, I mean, I moved a ton when I was a child. I lived in Illinois, New York, Alabama, Massachusetts, Maine, and then finally in high school, I lived in Puerto Rico. And my parents loved looking at houses. They loved looking at real estate. But you know what they couldn't do is just look at real estate online because the internet did not exist. So looking at real estate involved piling their 5 children into a station wagon or a minivan and driving around for hours on end on weekends. So you eliminate that with Zillow, but it's still a treasure hunt. It's still going to actually, I hate to break it to you, take you hours. The difference is it's hours from the comfort of your own home. So that's really, what we want to think about. And yes, also think about, interest rates coming down and what is it that you can how can you benefit from what's going to happen in the next 4 years or the next decade or 20 years. Okay. So, you guys gotta give me a second here. All right. So, here's the thing too about why I love Zillow compared to other online portals, if you will. It's because they just, I feel, have the best search tool. So I'm gonna pull up my Zillow here, show you my Zillow.
I don't know if she's frozen or we're just staring at one another. Jillian, you appear to be frozen. Apparently appears to be very frozen. So while she is working out the kinks, let me share a little bit more about why I'm really excited for today. And Jillian's going to be teaching us how to find those perfect opportunities through Zillow. And she has some tips and tricks on how to design the searches. But at the end of the day, you do need to have some idea of your strategy. Are you trying to build that large rental pool? Are you trying to build up your portfolio of short-term rentals, vacation rentals? The reason why is the specifics of the particular property is really dependent on what's your strategy. If it's fix and flip, maybe you're looking for financing from a hard money lender. That hard money lender will actually fund, well, all to most of the property acquisition. A lot of hard money lenders do their evaluation based on ARV, after repair value. However, they don't want to be in these deals long term. With these hard money lenders, generally you're looking at 6 months to a year of debt financing at a pretty high rate. That's why they're giving you not great terms, but great debt to equity ratios. What you're looking for there is where you can create that quick value. It may be remodeling, rehashing, adding from office to bedroom to create additional, well, now it goes for 4 to 5 bedroom residence. But that is one strategy. Now, if you're looking to build your long-term rental portfolio, you should be looking for that traditional bank financing. That's where you're going to get the cheapest money. But even with the banks, they're still looking at debt to equity ratios. And so with that, you better have more money in your pocket ready to come to the table so that the bank will actually give you the loan. Also, you may not be looking for quite as improvable type of investment property. I mean, if you're going to flip it, you don't care if you're near a resort, a forest, national park. Those really help in terms of strategies with Airbnb. If somebody's just looking to buy a house for the family, what do they care about? Schools. How close to the commercial areas, what businesses are around, all that's going to drive the interest and the demand if you're creating a, well, the more the long-term rental pool, or also the fix and flips. But with Airbnb, there's a completely different considerations and strategies with that. You want to be around that national park. You want to have that amazing view. If your Airbnb is just in some neighborhood, nothing to see, not all that special, you can still rent it out through the short-term rental. You are just not going to get that daily rental rate that you would if you're backed up to a beautiful golf course even. But so what we're talking about here and what Jillian's going to teach, and thank God she's coming back because I'm coming to the end of my rambling, is based on your strategy is going to help define what target, what properties you're looking for. And Jillian's going to teach us all about it. Welcome back.
Okay, listen.
Sidoti.
Yeah, I'm cursing out Elon Musk right now because I have Starlink satellite.
Well, this may be a tough ride. I wonder if we should just, I hate when technical issues happen, especially when it's not us. It's that internet service that we really can't deal with. Oh, welcome back. I was afraid that I was going to have to like dance my way stage left.
Well, listen, if anybody has any advice for me, let me just tell you what I've done. I've literally changed internet service providers from, the broadband service to Starlink because Starlink is supposedly more reliable. I then spent over $1,000 rewiring my house so that I would have better internet throughout. So I'm not sure who to be mad at. Probably just the universe.
Elon's a great person to get mad at. There's plenty of people mad at him and he doesn't care. So
Elon Musk? Yeah.
yeah.
I'll write him. I'm gonna write him on X today. I'll tell him. I'm sure he'll read my tweet and be very upset and takes care of it right away. All right. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to keep going. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up our Zillow. I'm gonna share my screen. And Nate, what I want you to do is I want you to give me a market, any market. It's like
any market. Well, I love the Airbnb world. I used to live here, Las Vegas, very specifically Henderson, Nevada, which is right next to Las Vegas.
Okay. So Henderson, we're going to do Henderson, Nevada. All right. Now here's the thing I want to tell you guys. Like, Nate's picking Henderson, Nevada, which is great. He knows his market. This thing that's really key in doing this is knowing your market or being aware of the market. And if you're not aware of the market, to be open-minded about the market. So, and I'm full of my market. Is there anywhere in Henderson, Nate, that you want to avoid?
The western part of Henderson, the closer to the east of Henderson, the closest to the strip, more attractive from a short-term rental, more attractive from a long-term lease perspective. So
again, Nate knows his market, right? So this is important. So if Nate knows his market, what I'm going to first do is I'm going to remove that boundary and I'm going to draw. I always want you to always be drawing. That's our
break out the crayons.
We'll take a little sliver in there. We'll pull in Lake Las Vegas because that's kind of fun. Now, when you're thinking about a short-term rental, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about something you want that's turnkey, or what are we looking at?
Most important thing is the closeness to an attraction as well as view. Whether you're looking in a national park, but in this case, we want to be as close to the strip as humanly possible, which is just right of the 15. So we'd be looking more on the, well, you could actually take that circle and move it over about 50%.
Yeah, and move it over. Okay, so like, let's try this. Draw, and then like right here.
Yep.
Is that where we want?
That looks great. Yep. Lake Las Vegas, too far out there.
All right.
We're looking at the Strip.
All right.
And this is why you need to know the market.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. You know, that's where it's almost, that's where you have to get off of Zillow and go drive around in that market that you want to be in. Or if you're looking afar, like I said, be really broad in your criteria and you might find some hidden gems. Okay. So now when you're thinking about, I have some things in here, so let's do this. When you're thinking about what you're trying to look for, Nate, in an Airbnb, what are you looking for?
3 to 5 bedrooms, larger living space, some uniqueness of where it's at, just not sitting in the middle of a neighborhood, ideally.
Okay. Uniqueness. Okay.
Yeah. So you know what? Where I actually lived in Las Vegas, just to share, it was like the perfect Airbnb. I was on the western side, the far western side, where the back of my house literally looked at a mine, like in the mountains. Within 10 minutes of the Strip, plus amenities and resort living all around. That, I wish I had it today. I would have Airbnb'd it like crazy.
Oh, Nate, if we're talking about, properties we wish we still had, we have a lot of them.
Oh yeah, the never-ending list.
Oh, so many regrets. Okay, so we have 3 bedrooms. We have I only picked houses and multifamily. Now, the other thing we want to be looking at, and remember, right now, for those of you who are on here because you're thinking, I want to look for my own personal residence, I'm going to show you how to do that too. Right now, we're looking for something that you could potentially Airbnb. We picked the Las Vegas market. And here's where people, I think, we're going to do that because I have it on, I'm on Zillow all the time. So I have to set days on Zillow to 7, or else I'm always looking at the same properties over and over again. So you want to make sure your days on Zillow are set to that. And now's where the fun part comes in. You said something really interesting. You said you want a unique location. And we should be putting that as a keyword in our search on our keywords down here. People do not use keywords enough in Zillow to find what's good. And then there's some other things here in Zillow that you want to start using as well. So here we go. Here's what we have that's unique. Now, perhaps you have a range. I'm assuming you're an experienced real estate investor, so you've probably done your numbers. Do you have a ceiling on what you want to purchase, on what you want to pay?
500 minimum, which doesn't get you much nowadays, to probably 1.8 million.